the future. These moves looking real nice in the future. Never put them in and look nice. Look nice.
I don't think they're ready for this.
Coming off its first loss of the season in Big 12 play, Texas looks to get back to its winning ways today as they welcome Cincinnati to town for their first and only meeting of the season. Longhorns falling at Kansas State Wednesday, but still Longhorns in control of their own destiny for their 16th Big 12 Conference crown. Texas 13-1 in league play. BYU 3 losses behind at 11-4. Welcome to Gregory Gymnasium alongside Shelby Coppage. I'm David Salzman. Longhorns swept at Kansas State on Wednesday. How did it happen? And what's the first thing Texas needs to do to regroup?
Today for Cincinnati, Texas has to work on defense. Head coach Jared Elliott said that was really our problem against Kansas State. We weren't following scouting reports, weren't sticking to our base. Going in today, something that also has to be eliminated is errors. Texas went off on errors against Kansas State. They had 14 hitting errors and 11 service errors. That's not a way to win a match, much less that's what leads to you getting swept. And Jared Elliott said, I'm not concerned on what's across the net from us today. I'm concerned about what's on our side of the net, what we have today against Cincinnati.
Longhorns' first loss in just under 2 months. Let's take a look at our Austin Junior Volleyball Impact players. It includes someone for Texas who's been awfully good on the floor the last couple of weeks, and Molly Phillips.
Texas right side Molly Phillips, the surgeon of the team because of how efficient, precise, and detailed she is. And she has one of the highest hitting percentage on the team. When Ella Swindle gives her the ball, you know that ball is being placed away from the defense. She reads the court well, and she's very efficient at the top. And for Cincinnati, Zeta Washington, middle blocker, is a true freshman. And head coach Molly Alvey said, I knew that she would be good coming in, but I had no idea Washington would be this dominant as a freshman. She hits high, she's a top spin serve, and she plays without that pressure that a lot of upperclassmen play going into seasons.
This is Cincinnati's 4th straight ranked opponent to face. They lost 2 last week to BYU, lost a match before that versus Houston. And as mentioned for Texas, coming off their first loss in just under 2 months as they got swept by Kansas State. But give the Wildcats their props. They have defeated 4 consecutive ranked opponents at home and swept BYU twice last weekend. So that was a hot Kansas State team that Texas had to face 3 days ago. Longhorns 18-4 overall, a 13-1 Big 12 mark. Cincinnati 11-12 overall with a Big 12 record of 4-9. The aforementioned Zeta Washington will get us underway. As you see, Jared Elliott, his 23rd season as Texas head coach, and the Longhorns. And he told us earlier this week, he says, we've been resilient following a loss. You see 11-1 since 2018. Emma Halter just gets to the Washington serve as we're underway. And Texas will get the first point off the Cincinnati violation.
And already going to Maddie Skinner, that's going to be a huge key to the match. And also right here on your screen, Emma Halter, her digs are incredible, and her passing is going to be huge for Texas.
She was the first one on the floor during serve and pass, practicing her serve. 3 errors in the loss to Kansas State. Good serve to begin this one, which leads to the Texas point. Longhorns have the first 2 of the match.
And Cincinnati may take a couple points to get settled in. They've never played here in Austin in the Big 12. This is a new experience for them, and Gregory Gym is a tough place to walk into for anyone.
Caitlin Leffer sets up Legia Williams. Texas, though, gets the point. Ball in the net.
Something to think about, Cincinnati has gone through a lot of injuries this season. There's a lot of players from the middle, not on the right side, the outside, a lot of different lineups going on. It takes a minute to get settled and used to that.
Yeah, they've struggled offensively, hitting under 100 in 2 of their last 3 matches. Another good Halter serve. Halter sets up Maddie Skinner. Finds the middle. 4-0 Longhorns to start this off.
For this match, watch out for Skinner to go for those rolls, those tips, something she almost never does. But when that opponent's out of system, getting their footing, that's when you take advantage and save your shoulder for those hard hits.
Good serve to Julie Whittekind. Hit off Williams is wide. Texas point again, and Molly Alvey will call an early timeout.
And
First 5 in the match for Texas as they're responding early after the loss Wednesday.
Sloppy collar, rough fabric, boxy fit. We may need to operate.
Is it terminal?
It's not you. It's your shirt.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Clear!
How do I get all of my t-shirts to look like this?
True Classic makes shirts you'll actually want to wear. A tighter fit around your arms and chest, but loosen the torso to make big guys look slimmer and slimmer guys look buffer. And hot guys look hotter. Modern medicine's amazing, isn't it?
Hey, George.
Now what?
Tell me again about humans.
Fine. Humans are noisy. They like to make things. They're fueled by inspiration. Inspiration and something called tacos. Change makes them nervous, but embracing it takes their skills to a whole new level.
Wow. I wish we could work with them.
Well, actually, we are. Fiverr, powered by freelance talent.
Dog.
Dog?
Dog! Dog!
Dog.
Dog!
Dog. Dog?
Doug?
Sorry, dog.
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 Texas Volleyball on Longhorn Network is brought to you by Austin Junior Volleyball. Learn and train with champions.
Asia O'Neal credited with the block early on during this 5-point Texas run to begin the match. That gives her 538 in her career in Shelby. She is all alone atop the list, most blocks in Texas history.
And for Asia O'Neal, before the match we were talking about, she's over 100 for this season already. And when our producer said that, everyone in the room just said, what? Just an incredible career for Asia O'Neal.
And amazing to consider she's missed 4 matches this season, and going back to 2020, open heart surgery to repair a leak in her mitral valve. And now she's all alone atop the record books. She was part of this point as Cincinnati continues to have trouble. What do the Bearcats have to do first to try to recover from this early Texas run?
Pass. Simply get a pass to Caitlin Leffler. She needs to be able to use her offense because right now Texas is just taking Cincinnati out of system.
Molly Alvey, 12th season at Cincinnati head coach, says she's loved the transition to the Big 12 despite the step up in competition. The air leads to Cincinnati's first point of the match. 186 wins as Cincinnati's head coach coming in. That serve well long off Caitlin Leffler.
And Caitlin Leffler was serving from directly in front of the benches and not even a jump float. That's how powerful she is, that it still went out. You can hone that power and you can do some big things behind the service line.
Alter the service run to begin the match. And Kaylee Akana hoping for something similar. Unusual 4 service errors in the loss Wednesday at Kansas State. Good one here to Carly Clendening. Alyssa Alcantara gets the kill. First kill of the match for the Bearcats.
Alcantara giving her team some hope. Early in this set, you just got to get that one hit that gives you that confidence, loosens up your team, and hopefully builds that momentum for your teammates.
Quite the slate for Cincinnati the last couple of weeks. We mentioned swept twice at BYU last week as the ace by Kayla Hostetler gives the Bearcats back-to-back points. And before that, Cincinnati falling to nationally ranked Houston. So again, this is their 4th straight ranked opponent. Hostetler, freshman from Hebron, Kentucky. 3rd on the team in aces after that one. Skinner. Carly Strawback, the good effort, but it falls for the Texas point.
Strawback not able to get that dig up, but I really liked that effort from her. She cut off the wing, put her platform out. Teammates weren't able to help her up, but if I'm Strawback, I'm expecting my teammates to get that second touch. That was a great up.
Skinner, 14 kills in the loss at Kansas State Wednesday, but 6 errors. Team leader in aces. A good one to Hostetler. kill. Abby Walker, junior from Cambridge, Ohio. Over 200 kills to pace the Bearcats coming in.
Tough kill by Abby Walker. Molly Alvey said she's the most physical player on the team. You can see why right at your screen. Look how she avoids Skinner, but also Akana, making sure she beats out the block, then the back row with her ball placement.
Skrawbeck serves. Skinner from the back line. We've seen that often this season.
Going into the match, we talked about things to look for this match. It's Maddie Skinner from behind the back row. Ella Swindle knows she has power in the back pocket, using Skinner without that middle up in front of her.
Leffler sets up Glendenning. O'Neal there. Swindle to Jenna Winnes. Skrawbeck, the good effort, but out, and Winnes gets the kill.
And Winnes with her first kill being a tip as well. She's not a player that tips really either. A lot of Texas outsides don't tip. Logan Eggleston had a great power tip. That's what you use when your opponent's really out of system.
5 early kills for the Longhorns. Glendenning gets the kill from a ways away from the net. Nice swing by the sophomore from Lake St. Louis, Missouri.
Her replacement for Glendenning. She had Maddie Skinner and Asia O'Neal in the back. That's only for one rotation. When you have those players in the back row, you're going to pick on them in that seam. Nice day.
Skrawbeck off the swing from Bella Bergmark. Swindle finds the middle.
Swindle has gotten so much comfortable in her dumps, and she really reads the defense well, but not making it obvious. She keeps her shoulders facing the opposite hitters, then defenses or decepts them really last second.
7 kills at Kansas State Wednesday. 2.3 kills per set, a career high. That serve out.
And serving is something Texas really worked on coming off that loss from Kansas State. How can you be aggressive but keep that ball in play?
Phillips his first swing, Skrawbeck there. Alcantara got it knocked back. Skinner trying to chase it down. She does!
Nice effort for Texas.
Alcantara, her second chance at a point, and it falls. Despite the great effort by the Longhorns, Bearcats within 4.
Huge defensive effort from Maddie Skinner, all the way in the bleachers for this outside. And Cincinnati did a great job at shutting down the momentum that Texas was trying to build for themselves.
Bergmark doesn't get as much attention as the others up front for Texas, but Bergmark, 4 kills, hitting .349 on the season. Those 4 kills coming Wednesday in Manhattan.
And Bergmark's that player, when you use her, she's going to put that ball down. She's really good at avoiding the defense at the front row and also the back row players.
Marissa Barnes serves. Bergmark again.
Keep beating Bergmark. She's that player when she's hot. You want to give her the ball, even if it's obvious it's going to Bergmark, because she is so powerful with her approach, her swing. There's no way you're blocking that hit.
There's 4 kills Wednesday for Bergmark on 6 swings, and she's 2 for 3 so far today. Leffler chases it down. Bergmark again, yes!
Again, Swindle keep beating Bergmark, and that's okay if your opponent knows where that ball is going. You keep going to that hot player until they finally get stopped.
Largest lead for Texas in this set. And after 14 attacking errors in the 3-set loss at Kansas State Wednesday, none so far today.
Again, look how high Bergmark gets off the ground. Look at her in the air. At that contact point she makes, her body almost freezes. Not only does she get up high, but she has hang time. And also another important piece to this match is not that last kill from Bergmark, but the second to last kill. Cincinnati served Maddie Skinner, and that's going to be a big piece for Cincinnati. They want Skinner out of the game by serving at her, and that's something she was working on. She stayed after serve and pass today and continued taking reps. She knows she will be a target, and she got a 3-option pass, and Swindle was able to set up Bergbuck for the kill.
Texas on the floor this Saturday afternoon. Last night, Rodney Terry's Longhorns on the basketball hardwood got off to a 2-0 start with a win over Delaware State. They'll be back in action Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Central Time against Rice. 86-59, the win over Delaware State after a season opening victory Monday against Incarnate Word. 9 kills and 12 swings for Texas so far today, hitting .750. When they lose in Big 12 play, it becomes a story because they've been so dominant in league play going all the way back to 2011, and .943 winning percentage. They've won 11 of the last 12 Big 12 titles and looking for their 74th consecutive Big 12 home win this afternoon.
Well, Jared Elliott said that when you're doing so well, you can at times forget that sting feeling when you lose, and that puts that fire under the team. And if you're Cincinnati, you're almost dreading playing Texas when they're coming off not just a loss, but a sweep, because they are playing angry.
Jared Elliott said the last 2 days, a lot of self-reflection as to how each player individually can help the team bounce back. Nice swing by Glendening as she gets her second kill of the match.
Glendening did a nice job at avoiding Barnes, making her get on the ground, but still staying really consistent with how hard she hits.
Zeta Washington serves. Bergmark gets the point, but a nice job by Halter to be able to receive the serve.
Thompson serves are either the hardest to pass or at times the easiest. If you get stopped with your feet and your platform perfectly, that ball is going straight to target.
Halter got the match started with a long run. Texas with the first 6 points of this first set.
Good coverage.
Better coverage there. Skinner.
Skinner building a huge wall, but notice how she stayed in with Asia O'Neal. She's reading the play in front of her, and she's committing to the middle. She's not waiting on the outside. She's being proactive in her block attack.
Alcantara again. Swindle there for the Longhorns. Halter sets up Skinner. Third time that they found the space in the middle.
Skinner's using that middle because it's working. Cincinnati is playing really far back in their base, and that's hard not to do against Skinner because you want to be locked and loaded. She hits so hard, but if you commit too far deep, she sees that and it's going middle of the court.
Texas with points on 7 of 8 Halter serves before this one. Alcantara gets the point for the Bearcats.
Nice tip by Alcantara. And Cincinnati, when they're in system, the hitters are doing a good job at reading the Longhorns' defense. So if they can stay in system, this match could look a lot different.
Longhorns have led the whole way so far in set 1. Skinner, as much power as she's had on a swing so far this afternoon.
And Skinner looks like she's just having fun right now. She's changing up her shots. She's showing how dynamic of a hitter she is. And now using that huge classic swing, going right for the corner, making it really hard for those wings to cut off.
And 9 assists already for the setter, Ella Swindle. Kana serves. Texas gets the point.
Unfortunate call for Cincinnati because that was a really good pass, and it's hard to have good passes against Akana. She's so tough at serving. Got to make sure you continue that passing if you're Cincinnati.
Still no errors on the attack by Texas so far today. Alcantara goes long, 20-9.
And Alcantara's changing her shot because she already used that tip in the roll, and she knows Texas is going to fix their base and their read. So she had the right idea trying to change it up and go deep.
LaFleur to Alcantara. Barnes there for the dig. Skinner. I say it's in just barely. Cincinnati gets the block.
That looked out to me. I could picture Jarrett Elliott grabbing that green card. But if you're Cincinnati, oh, you take that ball, you run with it. Coach Elliott not liking that call, but when you're 10 up, maybe that's when you don't use the green card always.
They'll look to keep momentum for his Longhorns. Up big this whole set. That's in off O'Neal.
And that hit from O'Neal is something, if you're Cincinnati, you could think that ball was going out because she's so good at hitting right on the line, making you literally question, is this ball even in? Left of your screen, watch this slide. She goes right down the line, and the thing is, Skrawbeck is in her base, but she decides that ball's going out, even though O'Neal clearly thinks that ball went in.
Molly Alvey has challenged that point by Asia O'Neal. Of course, the initial ruling is that it just placed in.
I thought that ball was definitely going in, but my initial reaction was, if I'm Coach Alvey, I'm grabbing that challenge card because it really could go either way. It was so close. Let's see this look right here. I think that ball's in. I think it's right on the line.
Has to be conclusive to overturn the initial call. And that was great camera work. You can see the part of the ball right on that white line.
Right.
We should get 2 challenges per match. You get to keep your challenge if it is upheld, but looks like Molly Alvey and her Bearcats will be down to 1.
And you get to notice how Bearcats libero Carly Skrawbeck had her foot on the line. So even if she didn't make the right decision and that ball was in, she did the process right. She was ready with her base. She was stopped. Her foot was on the line, and she just decided this ball's not going in.
Second meeting all time between the Longhorns and the Bearcats. Cincinnati took the trip here in 2012. Texas with a 3-set sweep versus the first and only time they will meet in Big 12 play. Longhorns off to the SEC. Well, this is Cincinnati's first season as a Big 12 member after a long stint in the American Athletic Conference.
And this is exactly how Coach Jarrett Elliott wants his team to play, which is loose. And he said, beginning of the season, we're really looking to find right side if there was a touch. Yep, doesn't look like there's a touch in my opinion. That's just my opinion, but I don't think anyone at the front actually touched the net on either side. To me, if I'm Coach Alvey, I'm trying to get that ball called out because it doesn't look like there's a touch at the net.
Right, yeah, why that's relevant is if the ball is rolled out, then you look at the net. And
oh, wow.
Cincinnati will get the point. So better angle than what we were able to see. Ball is rolled out, no tip at the net. And so Molly Alvey still has her 2 challenges remaining. And it's 20-11 Texas here in set number 1.
Jarrett Elliott and his facial expressions. Watch it all day.
Yeah, he doesn't hide much, does he? If anything. Kayla Hosteller will serve for the Bearcats. Swindle chases it down. Skinner, yes. 7th kill of the first set.
And now Skinner taking that cut shot out of the toolbox. Glendenning did a good job at being right there ready for that shot, but Skinner just hit so fast. If you don't react immediately correctly, it's going to be a kill for Skinner.
The 10th assist for Swindle in this first set. Skinner serves. Great dig by Halter. Another chance for Cincinnati. Arcana there this time. Skrawbeck saves. 3rd chance for Glendenning. Halter there yet again. Linus. Skrawbeck keeps it alive one more time. Texas point, however. Double hit.
Cincinnati just so out of system from the beginning. Williams not able to keep it in system, but that dig from Halter. Look how she makes sure her left shoulders drop and right one is raised. That's to get that ball pointed back and avoid being shanked.
Easily longest rally of this match so far. Texas 3 points away from the set. ball getting high in the air. Legita Williams, sophomore from Jeffersonville, Indiana, point Cincinnati.
Great connection with Williams and her setter, Leffler. That's something that comes after a lot of hours in the gym, because Williams had already left the ground before that set was even out of Leffler's hands.
Scrawback. Nice dig for the Bearcats to keep this point alive.
Great dig.
O'Neal. Scrawback couldn't get to this one.
The thing for Cincinnati is, even when you have this amazing defense, if you don't give Texas your best shot, Emma Halter and her teammates are going to give Ella Swindle a good dig and be able to run anyone their offense they want, especially O'Neal on the slide.
O'Neal got to it, but it falls in front of Winnis. Point Bearcats.
Glenn Downey doing the right job again at going for O'Neal. Asia O'Neal is the one middle that serves. That means she plays one rotation in left back. And if you're Cincinnati, you're trying to hit at O'Neal every single time. But it's funny because middles always want to be hit at. They want those digs.
Walker serves. Halter sets up Winnis. Halter gets back to it. Winnis again. This time doesn't miss. Set point.
And Winnis was so far off the net in that play. Swindle giving her a set that was a little too off, but Winnis still able to wait and give that ball a huge swing down the line.
Right on its feet. Ella Swindle looks to serve out set one. Halter gets to it. Swindle sets up Phillips. Nice dig by Whittakind. Winnis. Leffler can't get to it. First set to Texas in dominating fashion, 25-13. Coming off a sweep at the hands of Kansas State. No question as to how the Longhorns would respond from the opening point. They scored the first 6 of the set and win by 12.
Dog.
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 Dog. Dog.
Doug?
Sorry, dog.
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 Sloppy collar, fabric, boxy fit. We may need to operate.
Is it terminal?
It's not you. It's your shirt.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Clear!
How do I get all of my t-shirts to look like this?
True Classic makes shirts you'll actually want to wear. A tighter fit around your arms and chest, but loosen the torso to make big guys look slimmer and slimmer guys look buffer. And hot guys look hotter. Modern medicine's amazing, isn't it?
Hey, George,
Now what?
tell me again about humans.
Fine. Humans are noisy. They like to make things. They're fueled by inspiration. Inspiration and something called tacos. Change makes them nervous, but embracing it takes their skills to a whole new level.
Wow, I wish we could work with them.
Well, actually, we are. Fiverr, powered by human talent.
On this Veterans Day, we salute all the great men and women who have served our country. Cincinnati's Jaden Boss's parents both have served. Shailene and Mike, veterans in the United States Air Force. Nina Horning for the Bearcats. Her stepdad, Kurt Meister, retired U.S. Army First Class Sergeant. And a great picture from years back, Nina and her father, Scott, retired United States Army Major. Also want to say a special thank you to our operations producer, Jonathan Williams. He's a U.S. Marine Corps veteran. Yesterday, the Marine Corps celebrated its 248th birthday. And the Longhorn Volleyball team with their special warm-up jerseys before we got underway today. Again, we salute all the great men and women here at Gregory Gym and across our nation for their service.
Thank you, Jonathan, and everyone else. That's so important to me personally, just honor our veterans, the people who serve our country. My good friend is a huge Texas volleyball fan. Chuck Oliveira served as an Army Ranger in Afghanistan, marrying Keelan soon, but friends like that I really, really respect. And people like Jonathan and others, these players' parents, these dads who served, the moms, it goes so far for me, and I'm so grateful for everyone who did serve.
For Shelby Coppage, I'm David Salzman. Texas, well, just one set, but what an improvement. 2 errors in the 25-13 win against Cincinnati in set 1 after averaging almost 5 attacking errors per set, and the sweep at the hands of Kansas State 3 days ago.
And even though Cincinnati is struggling on their end, that really doesn't matter for Texas because teams can play up or they can play down. You can still have plenty of errors when your opponent is struggling. So that is something you could look at for Texas. It's hard to make these least amount of errors even when the team across from you is struggling.
Cincinnati staying loose after that first set in which Texas really dominated. They hit 538. Mentioned just the 2 errors, 16 kills. Bearcats limited to 103. Carissa Barnes gets it started in set 2. Block. Bergmark there for Texas.
And Bergmark and Skinner just perfectly aligned with their shoulders, their hands, and even their timing in the jump. You got to get over that for Cincinnati.
Bergmark second on the horns and blocks coming in. 4th block for Texas so far today. Barnes, service error.
And I know Carissa Barnes, she's that player where she wants to get that ball served at her after a service error. She's competitive. She's not worried at all.
Skrobeck serves for Cincinnati. Bergmark, what a tough set by Swindle. Her 14th of the match already in assists for Ella.
Starting with that pass from Carissa Barnes after missing her serve. Getting that 3-option pass. Bergmark coming in for that 3. And Ella Swindle really spreading out the offense, making it hard for Cincinnati to pick out who to block and when.
Hey, I know it's only 1 set plus 3 points, but 14 assists for Swindle. If you're averaging over 10 assists per set, that is elite. Swindle's been under 10 a set, just barely though the last couple of months as her play has really improved. Swindle sets up Phillips. Yes.
Phillips going deep. She does a good job at going further behind the 10-foot line, but right now she's really testing the Bearcats' corners as well.
First kill of the match for Phillips, had 8 on Wednesday. Loeffler sets up Washington. Oh, that's why we talked about her in the open. What power. The freshman hitting over 300 in Big 12 play coming in.
Perfect play for Cincinnati, ending with a huge kill from Washington, but first beginning with an amazing pass from Skrobeck. That's why it's so important for Cincinnati to be in system.
O'Neal's second try, it falls.
O'Neal playing fastball. She's trying to suck in Cincinnati's defense, and when she sees that happen, she's going to literally throw that ball to the corner. That's a game that a lot of volleyball players practice, which is called fastball. It's really fun.
Here's Akata, the junior from Hawaii, to serve for Texas, an early 4-2 lead in set 2. Tough serve for Whittigan. Washington got it blocked. Skinner there.
I like the reaction of the block from Maddie Skinner. You could literally hear the fans. Oh, that was a huge stuff. And look how that goes straight down. That's because Maddie Skinner reaches that high. She can't even believe her vertical in this block again. And O'Neal to the right of her. There's no way that ball is passing to the left or the right.
Cincinnati gets the point, makes it 5-3.
Cincinnati with the point, but what a dig from Akana, literally cutting that ball off. That didn't need any more credit.
Carly Glendenning, 4 kills so far to pace the Bearcats. She serves. Tough one for Barnes. Block, O'Neal. First block of the match, gave her the career mark in blocks at Texas. She now has 5 this afternoon.
Texas just dominating in their defense at the front row. O'Neal next to Swindle. Swindle, the 6'3" freshman. It is so hard to get past the right side if you're the opponent against Texas because of that height and power.
Washington, second kill of the set. She missed the first week of the season, and then in her Cincinnati debut on September 1st, 25 kills, hit .524 in the win over Kennesaw State. Part of a bright future in Cincinnati. And she gets to the dig. Second chance for the Longhorns. Swindle!
Swindle again so deceptive in the dump, and Cincinnati tried to react, bodies on the ground, doing everything right effort-wise, but it's just that hard to read Swindle when she's up in the air.
Mentioned 7 kills Wednesday at Kansas State at .538, getting better in that category as the season's gone along. Williams again hanging high in the air.
Williams is so good because of how effective she is. That's why it's so important for Leffler to get a good pass from her back row players to set up the middle offense.
Just played in 6 matches last season, Williams as a freshman, hitting .256 coming in for Cincinnati. Skinner sets up Winnis. Williams there on the block, and the Bearcats are within 1.
Everyone needs to just look at how deep Leffler is when she serves, and she's not jumping. She is staying on the ground. Usually servers are all the way at the line. Look how deep she is right now and how far this ball goes. Ah, okay. Maybe jinxed her a little bit, but clearly she needs to be able to back up even more because she is that strong of a server. Hitting the weight room, I like it.
Second service error for Cincinnati today. Yeah, Leffler coming in, 10 aces on the season. Now Swindle will serve for Texas. Alcantara, clean kill.
Alcantara is so fun to watch because of how she moves that ball around. She's really good at reading where the block is in front of her and avoiding it and still making the defense get on the ground. And I like the energy she brings to her team and to the bench.
4 kills and 12 swings for Alcantara today. Good effort by Leffler, but Winnis gets the point for the Longhorns.
Winnis so hobby in that approach. I like watching her because of how fast she is and how she snaps her arm. Just so athletic in her form of her approach.
She struggled Wednesday in the loss at Kansas State, 7 errors, but before that, her previous 7 matches hitting just under 300. Williams got to it. Swindle there for Texas. Phillips, yes.
Molly Phillips again using Glenn Denning's block in Phillips' favor, trying to go off the hands. That's because she reads that the block is in front of her, but not for that line shot, trying to get that tiny touch on the outside's hand.
Wipe some perspiration off the floor before the Carissa Barnes serve. Barnes 6 aces her last 3 matches coming in. I mentioned Molly Phillips in the open, her improved play, hitting .529 her last 4 matches coming in. She's at 500 so far today. It's out.
Out for Carissa Barnes, but that's what you call a good miss serve. Sounds kind of weird, but she was trying to go really deep, make that back row really push to the line, barely in and barely out. It's a good effort.
Texas will challenge.
Oh, if I'm Carissa Barnes and my coach is challenging my serve with, and I'm feeling just fine about my serve.
Yeah, not often we see challenges on serves. Let's see our first look. The initial rule.
That looks in.
So that was out. But
I'm going to start keeping record of what I think's happening because I think that ball is in. Again, doesn't matter what I think. But I think that ball's in. David, what do you think? You gonna say it?
Well, I agree with you. We are
Okay.
0 for 1 today, so I'm cognizant of that. Hoping to get to 500.
Yeah.
That did look in on that angle, which was better than the first.
And Carissa Barnes transfer from Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Shout out Islanders, was one of the best servers in the conference. Constantly libero of the year. So for her to transition into a DS role, she's done a good job because just now Emma Halter, the libero, took that second ball. Usually that's Carissa's role. So she's done a really good job at working alongside Emma Halter.
Call reversed. Carissa Barnes, 3-time Southland Conference Libero of the Year at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. By the way, where'd you play your college volleyball?
Hello, Corpus Christi.
Islanders literally. The campus is literally on an island. And Barnes, of course, gets to serve again.
Oh.
Back-to-back aces.
Oh, the Texas bench is loving the serves from Carissa Barnes. And if you're Cincinnati, I'd be cheating back. I would have the middle libero go back and the wings go up. I would not be going in a straight line anymore.
After the Bearcats got it to within one, a 4-point run for Texas. Now 12-8 Longhorns in set 2. They took set 1, 25-13.
It's kind of just a rule. If you get 2 aces and then an error, you're not going to get in that much trouble.
Scrubback serves.
Unspoken rule, that is.
Leffler the dig. Scrawback sets up Glendenning. Halter, nice dig for Texas. Skinner. Washington heating up in this second set, or third kill.
Keep feeding Washington. Molly Alvey said the reason Washington is so good is because of how confident she is. And I would be too if I could hit this hard and go through that split. She's really good at decision making and using the power that she has.
Number 6 middle blocker recruit in the nation, according to Prep Dig, and of Florida. And Molly Alvey, happy to have her in a Bearcat uniform. Swindle got her right arm on it to keep the point alive. Skinner, yes. But not for the heroics of Swindle. Skinner doesn't get a chance here.
Cincinnati doing their best to block Maddie Skinner, but she just reaches that high, and nice effort from Ella Swindle. But look where Skinner hits that ball. It's touching Cincinnati's hands. That has to be frustrating for the Bearcats because your effort is there blocking wise, but Skinner's just that smart. She's gonna go on your fingertips. 8
kills for Skinner to lead everyone on the floor. That's in 12 swings with just 1 error, hitting .583. Halter got things started with a 5-point run in the first set. Good effort by Halter, but Cincinnati gets the point.
Glendenning with her 5th kill of the match, leading Cincinnati in kills. If I'm Leffler, I'm trying to find Glendenning as much as possible because she's being really aggressive and also making Texas defense move around.
Julie Whittakin's serve goes long. Longhorns, 1 Big 12 loss, 3 less than anyone else in the league. BYU 11-4 in conference, Kansas 9-4, Texas 13-1 despite the setback Wednesday at Kansas State. Akana serves. Washington in the air, point Texas. Bearcats had it to within 8-7, but Maddie Skinner and company up 5 in set 2.
What does human talent look like?
Just go on Fiverr. See for yourself.
Wow. Imagine working with them.
Yeah, imagine that. Fiverr, powered by human talent.
Dog.
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 Doug?
Sorry, dog.
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 Sloppy collar, rough fabric, boxy fit. We may need to operate.
Is it terminal?
It's not you. It's your shirt.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Clear!
How do I get all of my t-shirts to look like this?
True Classic makes shirts you'll actually want to wear. A tighter fit around your arms and chest, but loosen the torso to make big guys look slimmer and slimmer guys look buffer. And hot guys look hotter. Modern medicine's amazing, isn't it?
Leading hitter for Cincinnati is Zeta Washington. Her father is Malavia Washington, who made it to the men's singles finals at Wimbledon in 1996. As an unseeded player, he'd lose to Richard Krajcik that year, but a great career. 4 ATP titles, at one point number 11 in the world, and there he is, Malavia and Zeta at the Western and Southern Open in Cincinnati back in August. Washington getting hot this set, 3 kills to pace the Bearcats. It's 15-10 Texas after they took set 1 25-13 with Shelby Coppage. I'm David Salzman. Longhorns will host Iowa State Wednesday. Could be for another Big 12 crown. That serve by Akana goes long. That's the 5th service error for Texas today. They had 11 in the loss at Kansas State Wednesday. A Kansas State team great at home. Wins over 4 straight ranked opponents. Ellis Wendell sets up Asia O'Neal. Washington and company there. Washington, Akana gets to it for the Longhorns. Point Bearcats, and that was Alcantara with the swing.
Alcantara trying to get those hands of the Longhorns, doing a nice job trying to go line. Looks like this call may be reversed, but if I'm Alcantara, I'm going for that shot again. That was a great shot going down the line, trying to touch the hands of the block in front of her. Maybe adjust it literally an inch more to the right. It's going to go in.
They do give the point to Texas, and so the score is 16-11 as Skinner serves. Alcantara this time. When is there? Washington yet again.
Washington just plays with no pressure on her back. You can literally tell through her body language, even her smile right here. She's going out to serve. Interesting move because she has a mean top spin serve, something I don't think I've even seen this season from a freshman.
Her head coach Molly Alvey says we expected her to have this kind of impact as a freshman, and says her personality matches her on court play. She's been fun to watch. Great dig, Whittekind. Second chance for the Longhorns here. Skinner, no chance for the Bearcats that time.
It's so hard to beat Texas when they're in system because these hitters are that powerful, and especially from the back row. Skinner, when she's from the back, has even more power than the front, because look at where she lands. She has the biggest approach, and it's so hard to defend if that block's not in front of you.
Skinner hitting .615 today. Williams, mentioned Washington having an impact this set. Williams as well.
Again, Williams picking on that one rotation where Skinner and O'Neal are by each other in the back row. You're gonna pick on that seam every single time. So Cincinnati did the right thing.
Third kill of the match for Williams. Wenis, point Texas.
Wenis has been so consistently good at making production happen, even when she's so far off the net. That's usually when hitters revert to the tip, the roll shot, trying to get the ball in the middle of the court. Not Wenis, she stays powerful, even when off the net.
9 kills, just 1 error this set for the Longhorns. Ellis Wendell gets the ace. Cincinnati calls timeout. 19-13, the Texas lead in set 2 after they took set 1, 25-13. Texas women's basketball in action tomorrow afternoon as they will welcome Liberty to the Moody Center. It gets underway at 2 Central on LHN, a special salute to service game. Longhorns no problem with Southern in the season opener Wednesday, 80-35. 2 Longhorns with double doubles. Amina Muhammad had one in the first half and finished the game with 14 points, 14 boards. Taylor Jones led the Longhorns with 19 points and also 12 rebounds for the second double double for Texas in the win.
And earlier we talked about Cincinnati freshman middle blocker Zeta Washington. Her head coach Molly Alvey said that the biggest thing Washington brings to the team is this confidence. And knowing that her dad was a professional tennis player, that's something that she probably learned from her dad, is how to stay calm in situations when you're playing Goliath, in this case Texas. And for Texas, Asia O'Neal, her dad, Jermaine O'Neal, NBA legend. Asia said one of the biggest things that Jermaine taught her is how to be mentally strong. That's something both these players bring to their team. It's really fun to watch Washington, especially how young she is. You see Jermaine O'Neal next to his wife on your screen, teaching his daughter a lot about how much it is important to be mentally strong in volleyball. Such a mental game because of how fast-paced it is.
Talk about having to get mentally strong fast, because Jermaine went straight from high school to the NBA, something you can't even do anymore, and wound up having, of course, a fantastic professional career. Asia O'Neal set the program record for blocks at Texas with her first this afternoon. She has 5 to go along with 2 kills. Walker kept the point alive. But into the net, Texas extends its lead to 7.
Very out of system play for Cincinnati. Abby Walker being right-handed. The ball was way too far on her left. That's when you try and revert your approach and don't come into the ball at an angle. Try and come in straight on.
Mariana Singletary in for the first time. There she is, redshirt freshman from Charleston, South Carolina. Her 12th match of the season. Part of the block. Phillips there as well.
And Singletary is fun to watch because she's very charismatic, colorful in practices and serve and pass. Even on the bench, she's another player that brings in that freshness when you bring in a new player who hasn't played too much. And now you see Devin Kahahawai coming in. Some new faces in the match here.
Kahahawai, sophomore from Hawaii. Singletary says thank you. First kill. All Texas here.
Big setup from Cincinnati, going right into Singletary's territory, and she's going to protect her space. She's not letting that ball cross the net, being really aggressive the first point in the match.
5-0 run for Texas. They're up 9. At one point, Shelby, this was 8-7 Texas in set 2. What have the Longhorns done better to extend this lead to 9?
Texas is serving tough. They're serving tough. They're holding onto the ball at the service line and just getting Cincinnati out of system. In Cincinnati, when it's a good set, they do a really good job at getting these kills and working around the defense. The problem for Cincinnati is staying in system.
Bearcats hitting just .096 today, and look, they've gone through some tough injuries. In fact, 2 major ones just back in September. Shea Eggleston out since September 2nd. She was averaging over 2 kills per set. And Jaden Boss out since September 21st. 4 kills a set for Boss. By the way, you may recognize that last name, Eggleston, of course. Shea is the sister of the great Logan Eggleston, and there they are back in their high school days in Tennessee. I think there's probably plenty of hardware for Logan and Shea both. Then, of course, Logan coming to Texas, leading the Longhorns to the national championship last season. Shea began her college career at Alabama. This is her 2nd year at Cincinnati, and look, Logan representing the Bearcats with the Cincinnati sweatshirt. That was not long ago, and before the match started, there's Jared Elliott, of course, who knows the Eggleston family so well. An embrace for Shea. It may be hard to see, but you can see the boot on Shea's left leg. It's been tough for Cincinnati without her, as she ended her season prematurely, very early, September 2nd, with that ankle injury. 22-13, the Texas lead in set 2. Tough set for Williams. Chance for the Longhorns here in Winnis.
Wow! Wow!
She got her foot on the ball to keep it alive, and then gets the kill. It'll be seasons until you see that again. And Jenna Winnes realizes right place, right time with the right foot.
Potential play of the match from Jenna Winnes, leaving the entire crowd stunned. Look at this reaction from her foot. That's all athleticism.
That first look on her face before the smile was a, I can't believe it, look from Winnes. She's now out. Texas 2 points from the set. And the point, Kenna Miller just checked in, the redshirt freshman from Justin, Texas, second kill of the season.
Everyone's getting swings in this match right now. Kenna Miller coming in hot. I like the aggressiveness in the first swing for her.
Jenna Winnes kick, maybe an honor for Texas soccer, advanced to the second round of the NCAA tournament yesterday, defeating Lamar.
Dual sport athlete?
She could be. Swindle sets up Singletary.
Nice.
Alter the dig. Miller. Alcantara there. Beautiful dig by Swindle. McKill in front of Swindle for Walker to keep Cincinnati in set 2.
Abby Walker having this huge snap in her wrist, making that ball drop right in the middle of the court, not through a tip or a roll, through a huge swing, a big approach. I like her process.
It's Kahahawai, Singletary, and Miller up front for Texas. Alter, Swindle, Skinner also on the floor. Nice dig, Scrawback, Singletary there, and it's Walker keeping the point alive for the Bearcats. Again blocked back, that time by Williams, but Miller keeps the point alive for the Longhorns. Blocked! Kahahawai finishes set 2 for the Longhorns.
Kahahawai so casual, acting like this is what I do all the time. You put me in, I'm gonna get a huge block for you, Coach Elliott. Watch Kahahawai, left of your screen. An ISO block. Singletary a little late to meet Kahahawai, but still Devin doing a good job at pressing on her own, getting that block.
An 8-1 run to end the second set. Kahahawai's block to end set 2, the 8th for the Longhorns in this match. Up 2-0, 25-14 in set 2 after they took set 1, 25-13. Longhorns 1 set away from going 14-1 in Big 12 play. We'll take a timeout, come back to Gregory Gym when we return.
Welcome to Marco's going away party.
Who's Marco?
Exactly. Technically, Wendy only met Marco 8 days ago while searching for freelance web developers on Fiverr. But there was something about him, his museum-worthy portfolio, his impeccable reputation, and the incredible website he delivered on time and on budget. So while it's true no one has ever actually met Marco, he'll always have a place in their next project. Expand your team with a Fiverr freelancer.
Sloppy collar, rough fabric, boxy fit. We may need to operate.
Is it terminal?
It's not you. It's your shirt.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Clear!
How do I get all of my t-shirts to look like this?
True Classic makes shirts you'll actually want to wear. A tighter fit around your arms and chest, but loosen the torso to make big guys look slimmer and slimmer guys look buffer. And hot guys look hotter. Modern medicine's amazing, isn't it?
Dog.
Dog?
Dog! Dog!
Dog.
Dog. Dog?
Doug?
Sorry, dog.
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 Texas up 2-0 over Cincinnati. And moments ago, we talked to the Longhorns head coach. Joined by Texas head coach Jared Elliott. Coach, you're up 2-0 on Cincinnati. Well, we talked to you earlier this week. Obviously, disappointment in the loss Wednesday, but there was a calmness about you, and it looked like that calmness has resonated with the players as they've been awfully good so far. Your thoughts on the first 2 sets?
Well, I just think there's an opportunity to learn from when you lost, and we hadn't had one in a while, and I think we got their attention, and they're executing at a real high level right now. And our serving's real good. We're getting off the net and making things easy for us.
Coach, Singletary, Miller having kills, Kahawa getting a block. What does that say about how deep your team goes?
Well, we got some nice players on our team right now, and it's nice to get them some opportunities to play, and hopefully we can keep going here in the game 3.
Thanks for joining us. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
So Texas 1 set away from going 14-1 in Big 12 play with Shelby Coppage. I'm David Salzman. Saw the graphic a moment ago. Just 3 attack errors for Texas so far. 28 kills. What's led Texas to be so dominant offensively?
Efficiency. Texas is hitting .472 and keeping Cincinnati to hitting under 100. And Cincinnati, when they're in system, they look good. They're hitting shots. They're getting their defense there. The issue for them is Texas is just so dominant in every aspect. Serving, serve receiving, defense, hitting, everything's going right. And you could argue, well, Cincinnati's struggling. It doesn't matter. Texas could play down when their opponent is, but they're playing up right now. And they found that fast gear immediately that Jared Elliott's been saying they need all season.
Wasn't the Maddie Skinner match Wednesday that we're used to seeing from her? She still hit .211, but so far this afternoon, Shelby, she's been dominant for Texas.
Maddie Skinner, 9 kills, hitting .615. But the thing is, she's taking out different shots. The first kill she had in the match was a tip, then a roll. Then she brings out the back row attack and the cross shots. She's going to use whatever it takes to beat the system of Cincinnati.
You mentioned Texas as a team hitting .472 and holding Cincinnati to .085. Asia O'Neal setting the Texas program record for blocks with her first of the match. She has 5 so far. And how unusual is it to see that good of a side-out percentage? 82% for the Longhorns in the first 2 sets.
Every coach will tell you that their key to the game is serve and pass. And it sounds boring, but it's true. Serving is so important, but siding out 82% is so hard because these teams are coming at you with their hardest serves. And that's why you'll see a miss serve go way out of bounds. They're trying to literally come at you with a bullet.
Texas 18-4 on the season, 13-1 in Big 12 play, 11-2 versus the RPI top 50s, defeating BYU twice, Kansas twice, Baylor twice, and Houston twice. That's 8 of their 18 wins. And even with the loss on Wednesday, come selection time, Texas is going to be considered for one of those higher seeds like we're normally used to seeing from them.
And the key for Texas is, can they do this for a 3rd set? Can they keep their foot on the gas the entire match and validate those first 2 sets they worked so hard for?
Kayla Hostetler, the freshman, will get things started for Cincinnati in set 3.
Talk to Ashia, talk to Ashia.
Singletary. Biggest swing for the freshman so far for her this afternoon.
Singletary, who Jared Elliott had said has a $1 million arm because of how powerful she is and how high she reaches. She is absolutely lethal when she is on.
2 kills and 4 swings as she comes out. Good serve by Halter, and then she caught up to that. But Cincinnati with the chance. Williams got it blocked back. O'Neal.
Big block by O'Neal. Cincinnati doing their best to cover the ball. I like the effort. Bodies on the floor, platforms out, but it's that hard to cover from Asia O'Neal and Molly Phillips because of how high they reach.
Glendening gets the point for Cincinnati, their first of the set.
Glendening been so clutch in this match. She's really good at moving the ball around, keeping Texas on their toes defensively. And I like the smile. Playing loose, confident, that's the key to everything.
Hitting .429 today, coming in just .118. Scrod back the dig. Another one by Skrobeck. O'Neal, the point for the Longhorns. Her third kill of the match.
Washington and Abby Walker trying their best against Asia O'Neal. The problem for Cincinnati was their hands weren't completely pressed. O'Neal saw that and went right for the hands. She knows that's not coming back over the net.
Taylor Akana serves for Texas. Barnes gets the ball for the Longhorns. Washington miss swing, 4-1 Texas.
Miss from Washington, but she was trying to cut that ball. She saw O'Neal right in front of her and knows that that ball's taken away. You got to go really cross to avoid O'Neal's hands. It was a good try.
Wondered about the Longhorns' response to begin set 3 after being so dominant in the first 2 sets. So far, so good. So Longhorns look to go 14-1 in conference play. O'Neal right there. It all started with the Akana serve.
You cannot overpass Texas, but the number one person you can't overpass is to Asia O'Neal. She's going to punish you, and that ball's going to hurt you if it hits you. Helmet on, platform out, just say your prayer because that ball's coming straight down.
Came in hitting 394. Asia O'Neal 375 today. Service error for Akana. Texas going for its 74th consecutive Big 12 Conference home win. Includes 56 sweeps. O'Neal on the slide gets the point.
Notice the response from Akana, missing her serve and probably knowing that ball's coming straight to her, trying to get out of system. She gave Ella Swindle a good pass. Asia was able to come in for the slide.
Skinner will take it. It does fall in front of Leffler. That's how it's gone for Texas this afternoon.
Nothing like a good old net ace, David. Any player will take a help from that net. Not much Cincinnati can do.
5th ace for the Longhorns today. Cincinnati with 1. Leffler sets up Washington, and beautiful job finding the corner.
Perfect spot from Washington. She knows it's going to take Maddie Skinner a little longer to run down that seam, and Skinner did her best. She's really tall, though. She's not smaller like the DS's, like Emma Halter. So Washington had a good eye on that.
Ace for Cincinnati. That's Glendenning. Regardless of what happens today, if Washington is a freshman, Cincinnati's signing class just outside the top 25 in the nation, moving up to the Big 12. I'll get better as the program continues in Big 12 play. Skinner gets the kill, her 10th for Texas.
Skinner's kills from the back row might even be more scary for her opponents than the front row, because when she's back, she can literally fly into the net. That gives her a lot more power than when she's on the outside.
Just no answer by Cincinnati for Skinner. 15 swings for those 10 kills. O'Neal serves into the net, and it's 8-5. Official attendance, 4,480. Just be 2 more chances after this to see Texas in the regular season. Iowa State will be here Wednesday. Tough serve. Halter gets to it for Texas. Akana sets up Winnes. Washington the dig. Winnes' second chance. Gets the point this time.
Winnes is probably the best on Texas at using blockers' hands in front of her. It's her go-to tool. She's really good at trying to get that touch and make it impossible for her opponent's back row to chase that ball down.
Block. Singletary and Phillips both there for Texas. 11 blocks for the Longhorns today. Halter sets up Winnis. Yes! 11-5 Texas.
Winnis continuing to move the ball around. Outsides for Texas, doing a good job at showing what kind of tools they have in the toolbox.
Longhorns hitting .492 in the match so far.
Dog.
Dog?
Dog! Dog!
Dog.
Dog! Dog! Dog?
Doug?
Sorry, dog.
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 Hey, George,
Now what?
tell me again about humans.
Fine. Humans are noisy. They like to make things. They're fueled by inspiration. Inspiration and something called tacos. Change makes them nervous, but embracing it takes their skills to a whole new level.
Wow, I wish we could work with them.
Well, actually, we are. Fiverr, powered by freelance talent.
Sloppy collar, rough fabric, boxy fit. We may need to operate.
Is it terminal?
It's not you. It's your shirt.
Whoa!
Clear!
How do I get all of my t-shirts to look like this?
True Classic makes shirts you'll actually want to wear. A tighter fit around your arms and chest, but loosen the torso to make big guys look slimmer and slimmer guys look buffer. And hot guys look hotter. Modern medicine's amazing, isn't it?
Volleyball this afternoon, football tonight. Texas Game Day crew will get you ready for Texas TCU, 4:30 Central, 5:30 Eastern. Then the game on ABC at 6:30 Central, and afterwards head back to LHN for the postgame show with interviews and a complete breakdown. Both streaming live on the ESPN app as well, so you can watch anywhere. With Shelby Coppage, I'm David Salzman. It's been all Texas from the start. They won set 1, 25-13, 25-14 in set 2, and Ella Swindle and company leading 11-5, trying to sweep Cincinnati here this afternoon. Halter, another dig. Dig on the other end by Whittekin. Skinner, Halter, Singletary, all there for the Longhorns. Alcantara gets the point as that was tipped at the net. Great effort by Texas, but point Bearcats.
Nice effort by Texas. And that's what it means to just get a hand on the ball. Those players, I promise you, did not expect that ball to go over, but you never want to be the last one to touch that ball. Good things happen when you give the effort.
Scrabback's had a nice match at libero. Singletary got it blocked back. Legia Williams.
Suffocating block from Legia Williams, completely shutting Singletary down one-on-one. Look at Williams. It's all in her timing and how forceful. That ball took her arm all the way back, but she stayed strong and kept that press there.
Point Texas. Winnis gets the point for the Longhorns.
Winnis with the point, but Williams did the right thing. She tried to avoid Winnis' classic shot of getting that tool, and Williams pointed her hands back into the court. Just a little too much point, though.
Carissa Barnes will serve. Bearcats have not led all match. Alcantara. Cincinnati point.
You got to give it Cincinnati, even when they're down 2 sets. They're struggling in the third. These players are playing loose. They're playing free. They don't look worried, and they don't look scared that they're playing the defending national champions in front of them.
Molly Alvey telling us that despite the 4-9 record, loves playing in the Big 12 because every night it's like being in a boxing ring. Even if you win, you'll take some punches. Scrabback, another dig. Kahahawai there, but Scrabback's been very active for Cincinnati so far today. 13-8, however, for the Longhorns in set 3.
Kahahawai, another Texas player, getting the setup from Cincinnati. Cincinnati has to keep the ball on their side. I'm sure Kahahawai doesn't mind, though.
Scrabback officially 10 digs, feels like more. O'Neal gets to it for the Longhorns. Skinner, yes. All set up on the dig from O'Neal. Another kill for Skinner, her 11th today.
Statement kill by Maddie Swinger with the deadly swing. Look at where she is. She comes in for this rip and she literally crosses over her body, drops her left shoulder, reaches as high as she can.
Halter sets up Skinner. Glendening there for Cincinnati. O'Neal the point. That's 11 points for Texas off 16 Emma Halter serves.
Emma Halter is that clutch player. Whether it's her defense, her passing, and her serving, she gives her team her all.
Got the match started with a long service run. Texas had the first 6 points of set 1. She'll set up Skinner. Another kill.
Texas completely taking off right now, and this is where you look to see these players start to use different shots, maybe take more errors, just taking different risks.
Maddie Skinner has 11 or more kills in every Big 12 match this season. She's up to 12 with just 1 error today, hitting .611.
Earlier this season, I had the chance to call the Wisconsin-Arkansas match with Logan Eggleston, her first one ever, and her sister Shay on the screen. We talked a lot about our sisters. I have a little sister too, and Logan said her and Shay used to argue like sisters do when they were younger. But the older they get, they have gotten so close, and they talk a lot of volleyball together. And talking to head coach for Bearcats, Molly Alvey, she said Shay is just like Logan. They are both so calm and confident, very type A. It was interesting because when Logan and I were flying back to Texas, she was only in town for 2 days. She got there, we got there a little too late. Her bag missed the flight. She had to stay in the airport in Arkansas for an extra 5 hours while she couldn't see her friends. And I said, Logan, I would be so upset. Are you upset? She said, honestly, I can't control this. It's out of my control. It's going to be okay. I'll see my friends. And I said, wow, that honestly, thinking about it, that's what makes her and her sister such strong players. It's all in that mental game.
Of course, it was Logan helping to lead Texas to the national championship last season. And yeah, for Shay, and that reaction at the airport, pretty chill personality, right? Of course, reminds fans here in Austin about Logan and her years here. And adding to what you just said, Molly Alvey also says one of Shay Eggleston's greatest qualities is that she understands leadership, and her presence raises the level of her teammates on the court with her. It's been tough for the Bearcats to not have Eggleston on the floor, hurting her ankle way back on September the 2nd. They'll be so happy to have her back, and she is healthy and ready to go next season. 16-8, the Texas lead with Shelby Coppage. I'm David Salzman. Longhorns trying to sweep the Bearcats here in Austin today. I got it blocked back. That was Glendening for the Bearcats.
And Cincinnati staying strong at the front, even when they're so far down in this deficit. They're still doing all the mechanics right. Their biggest struggle is just staying in system.
Skrobeck serves. Skinner just got to it for Texas. Point to Skinner. Now 13 kills with just 1 error.
Point to Skinner, but if you're Abby Walker for Cincinnati, you got to be encouraged. To be able to even touch the ball going straight down from Maddie Skinner, that just means if you place your hands to face to the left a tiny bit more, that would have been a stuff. And that kind of tool is not something you see often from Maddie Skinner. That could have gone straight down.
See, Abby Walker has struggled today. 2 kills, 3 errors. Came in hitting .279. O'Neal on the slide, yes.
O'Neal is so unstoppable on the slide because it opens up that net in front of her. When Swindle can find O'Neal behind her, it's really hard for Cincinnati's block to be paired up perfectly.
Just 5 attacking errors for Texas as a team today. If they can hold on to that number, it will tie a season low. Walker, nice placement. No, it's just out.
That ball looked out from Walker, and I'd be frustrated if I was her as well. Looks like there might be a challenge from Coach Alvey. Definitely worth the challenge. In my opinion, I thought it was out, but that ball, if a line judge sees it or someone else thinks it could be in, that could change things for Cincinnati.
So right now it's a Texas point. Longhorns up 19-9. And we'll see also at the net if there was a touch by a Longhorn. If so, it would be Cincinnati point regardless of where the ball landed.
And even if Cincinnati doesn't get this point back, coaches can really use these challenges as breaking momentum, because right now all the momentum is going to Texas.
Asia O'Neal.
I don't see any touch from Asia either. And look at Asia's hands and her fingers. They don't move at all. They stay smooth. That means there probably wasn't a touch. If she touched, one of her fingers at least would have moved a little bit after making contact. And I could be wrong, but I don't think there was a touch.
These are always so tough to judge, but yeah, as you see, and great work by our crew in the truck. No movement on the fingers.
Yeah, that's the most telling thing, is if there is a touch, the player's hands and the fingertips will flick back a little bit, just a little, or a big key that college players learn. In club and high school, the blocker will turn around and yell, touch, touch. In college, they know better. You don't up to a touch, you don't say a word, you don't say anything till you get called on it. And the veteran Asia O'Neal knows way better than to ever own a touch until she gets called out for it.
Texas took the first set 25-13, set 2 25-14. Even if Cincinnati gets this point, Longhorns will still be up big in set 3 as they look to sweep the Bearcats. It's the second meeting all time between these two squads. So yeah, on first look, now we're high up here at Gregory Gym. I thought that ball was in, and looking at that angle, it seems like it easily touches the white line. Here's the look at angle number 2.
I take it back. It looked in. And that's why it's so important to have so many judges and cameras, because it's deceiving. I truly thought that ball was going out from Abby Walker, but now I changed my mind. I think the ball was in. And I really liked our conversation with Cincinnati head coach Molly Alvey this week. You can tell she's a player's coach. She truly cares about them. She relates to them. And whenever you watch a player sub in and out, they go to her. They want to know what she's seeing in the game that maybe they're not catching.
12th season as Cincinnati head coach, 186 wins. Best season was 2019. Bearcats went 27-7. Advanced all the way to the Sweet 16, upsetting Pitt along the way in the second round. They took Penn State to 5 sets in the Sweet 16 before falling.
Moment of truth.
Cincinnati point.
So the ball was in from Addie Walker. That has to be encouraging to her.
Team leader in kills. Mention's been tough sledding for her today. That is her 3rd kill, but also 3 errors. She'll serve as her Bearcats are down 18-10. Swindle finds the space.
Swindle is not only a great setter, she's a great attacker. And that's what comes when you're an athletic 6'3" volleyball player, but also having that high IQ to read the 2 blockers and the defense behind them in front of you and make and move forward with the decision to go for that dump. That takes a lot. That takes a lot, especially from a freshman running this team.
Blocked. It's Kenna Miller. First block as a Longhorn.
Congrats to Kenna Miller on the block. I like the little hop afterwards. Perfect footwork, a swing block touching her left hand. And Asia O'Neal getting excited for her teammate.
12 blocks for Texas overall. O'Neal slide continues to work so well.
This play is exactly why it's so important for Cincinnati to give their setter a great three-option pass, because that ball going to Texas was a free ball from their libero. You can never expect to win the point if you're giving Texas a free ball from the serve.
Skinner serves again. Tough one for Whittick. Point Texas.
Jarrett Elliott said that was part of their game plan. He said, we're not naming who, but we are going to pick on players and try and get them out of the match mentally, and that's what Maddie Skinner is doing right now.
Texas 3 points away from a sweep of Cincinnati to go to 14-1 in Big 12 play. Into the net, off Glendening.
Glendening almost back behind the 10-foot line, trying to have a really aggressive swing, but that's when you got to take a little bit off, because even if it went across the net, the Texas blockers are right there with plenty of time to decide when to jump for the block.
Riley Heinrich checks in for the Longhorns, junior from Georgetown, Texas. Texas 2 points away. That serve long off Skinner.
And in a moment like this in a match is when coaches are okay with those errors, hitting, serving. That's when these players can take that practice in game situations to be more aggressive.
Heinrich sets up Miller. Point Cincinnati.
Good hustle by Heinrich trying to cover that ball. Cincinnati, though, that block, when it's there, these players are really good at making sure they're pointing back into the court to avoid being tooled. 9th
set of the season for Heinrich. And an ace off the net, Glendening.
Another net ace. Glendening, I'm sure, doesn't mind that either.
Cincinnati will host Oklahoma twice next week, then host Kansas. Will wrap up the season at Iowa State. Match point. O'Neal's 9th kill. Longhorn fans on their feet at Gregory Gym. Marina Crownover, Mariana Singletary both check in. Texas has been dominant this afternoon. O'Neal will look to serve it out. Heinrich the dig. Miller, that'll do it. The freshman, Kenna Miller, finishes the match off for Texas as they dominate Cincinnati today, 25-13, 25-14, and then 25-13 in set 3.
Kenna Miller finishing the match with a huge kill from the left. It's all in that confidence, in that depth. Jarrett Elliott talked about that his team has. Amazing job.
Best hitting percentage of the season for Texas this afternoon.
Sloppy collar, fabric, boxy fit. We may need to operate.
Is it terminal?
It's not you. It's your shirt.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Clear!
How do I get all of my t-shirts to look like this?
True Classic makes shirts you'll actually want to wear. A tighter fit around your arms and chest, but loosen the torso to make big guys look slimmer and slimmer guys look buffer. And hot guys look hotter. Modern medicine's amazing, isn't it?
Dog.
Dog?
Dog! Dog!
Dog.
Dog! Dog. Dog?
Doug?
Sorry, dog.
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 Hey, George,
Now what?
tell me again about humans.
Fine. Humans are noisy. They like to make things. They're fueled by inspiration. Inspiration and something called tacos. Change makes them nervous, but embracing it takes their skills to a whole new level.
Wow, I wish we could work with them.
Well, actually, we are. Fiverr, powered by freelance talent.
Texas Volleyball on Longhorn Network is brought to you by the Adidas Lone Star Classic National Qualifier, April 2024 in Dallas, Texas.
Texas dominates Cincinnati today, 25-13, 25-14, and 25-13. Down to the floor, and Maddie Skinner. Maddie, congratulations on the win. David Salzman alongside Shelby Coppage. Yeah, of course, look, losing Big 12 matches rare around these parts. Kansas State had the better of you Wednesday. Take us through the last 48-plus hours and trying to rebound into this match today in which you were so dominant.
Yeah, I think key for us is just getting on their tendencies early and just dominating from point one. We've been struggling to start fast from the first point, so just making sure we're taking care of our responsibilities and we're on them from the very first point.
Leading your team in offense almost every single match, seeing your other hitters come off the bench, get kills of their own. What do you try to show them in the match as a leader?
It's awesome. We love having distribution. It makes our offense less predictable, and it's great to distribute things evenly throughout everyone. So, I'm continuing to encourage and just doing the best I can to give energy to my teammates and pump them up any way that I can.
Maddie, you hit 632 today. That's easily a season high, and your team had a season high in hitting. You were almost 500. Could you kind of feel it from the beginning that it would be so successful offensively for your group?
You never know. You always hope for the best, but we were really just focused mentally this match and just trying to come out strong and work on the things that we've been training the past few days and just try to be better every single point. So I'm proud of the way that we performed and excited for the next one.
Your teammate, middle blocker Asia O'Neal, breaking records here at Texas blocking wise. What makes her block so good?
She's just so consistent. Her hand placement is insane, and I have so much confidence in her every time I'm going to block that she's going to be right up by me, closing it every single time. But yeah, she's just so consistent, and she works so hard, so I'm so excited for her and proud of her.
Well, Maddie, congrats to you and your team on the victory. Good luck Wednesday against Iowa State.
Thank you guys so much.
All right, Maddie Skinner again hitting 632, 13 kills, just 1 error and 19 swings, and the Longhorns 476. I don't think it's surprising that Texas rebounded from the loss the way they did today, but when you look at the stat sheet, you're a little surprised just how dominating they were on the offensive end?
I'm not surprised by the dominant performance by Texas offensively, and outside hitter Maddie Skinner said it herself. It's all in the distribution. And for Jarrett Elliott, he said early in the season, I want my team to find that fast gear immediately. Texas not only found it, but kept it the entire 3-set match. Did a really good job from the defense to the offense, the serving, the passing. Dominant in every way tonight.
Well, Texas almost doubling Cincinnati in points as they roll to the 3-set sweep of the Bearcats, 25-13, 25-14, and 25-13. Don't forget, Texas Game Day comes your way at 4:30 Central Time before Texas and TCU here on LHN. For Shelby Coppage, I'm David Salzman saying so long from Gregory Gymnasium. All Texas today as they sweep Cincinnati to go to 14-1 in Big 12 play. This has been a presentation of ESPN.
चल के बा बंदे के ए भोला समिति से भमिया तोहार सिर्फ संडे के बुझो जी अब करे हमारे इंतजार दिसन संडे के सुन me